Hello, so today we are going to sew our satin ribbons onto our canvas ballet shoes, and this will make them look like point shoes. So we have some ribbon here. The girls actually have a longer piece of ribbon that needs to get cut into 4 equal pieces. So the easiest way to do that is to take your ribbon, again their pieces are longer, find the center point, cut it in half, and then take each of those pieces again, find the center point and cut it in half. So you should then end up with 4 equal pieces of satin ribbon. You'll notice that the ribbon has one side that's shiny and one side that is more flat. The flat side needs to go against the dancer's tights or against the leg, because the flat side will hold against the tights to keep the ribbon tight and secure. So again, the shiny side out, the flat side in. So we have our canvas ballet shoes here. We also need some pink ribbon, pink thread, some scissors, a pencil, and of course our needle. I went ahead and threaded the needle. It's double thread and double knotted at the end so that it is all ready to go. So there's our thread. So to start off with, take one shoe. We're going to take the ribbon. Again, the shiny side goes to the outside. And we are going to fold this 2 times, about 1/2 inch on each fold. So I'm folding the shiny side towards each other. So we're going to make one fold. Let's see. Again, about 1/2 inch. You can see it right there, about 1/2 inch. And then we're going to fold it one more time. So it will look similar to this. So we've got a double fold here. Again, this is on the shiny side. So here's the shiny side, and that's going to go to the outside of the shoe. So we're going to hold that fold. Usually when you sew ribbons onto a shoe, you take the heel of the shoe and you press it down, and the ribbon gets sewn in right into this nook where the fold meets one another. So in this case, we would sew the ribbon about right here. You'll notice that it's almost exactly between our 2 pieces of elastic. So we're not going to worry about folding the shoe and finding the exact placement because we're just going to sew right in the middle, right here on our 2 pieces of elastic. Again, as we're sewing, we need to make sure that we're not sewing near the top part of the shoe here, because we don't want to sew through the elastic right here that tightens the shoe. So again, shiny side out. I've got my double fold. We're going to place it in the shoe, just about like this. So we've got that in the shoe here. So it's going to look similar to this on the inside. So you'll see there's my ribbon. My double fold is facing the outside of the shoe. And so with my needle and thread right here, I'm going to go ahead and make my first stitch right here in the corner. I'm just going to grab a little bit of the fabric on the shoe and then come right through the ribbon. Pull it nice and tight. We're going to continue to stitch that around the whole side. So again, grab a little bit of the shoe and up around, and we're going to continue all the way down, all the way across the bottom and up through the top. So I'm grabbing the piece of shoe here with the ribbon and pushing the needle through. Want to make sure that you keep the thread nice and tight, and then you're going to go across the bottom. Again, make sure you grab each of the corners and a little bit from the side of the shoe and through the bottom here. So you can see my stitches. See my stitches there around the edge. So we're going to continue on the bottom, then we're going to go up through the side. Same stitches that we've been doing. And after we finish this ribbon, we'll repeat it on the other side, and then you'll need to repeat it on the other shoe. Again, pulling nice and tight. We're going to finish it here on the bottom. I'll come around this way so you can see my threads. So we're going to do each side of the ribbon. And then once we get to the top, we're going to sew just underneath where that ribbon is meeting the shoe. Stitches don't have to be perfect. Okay, so you will see here, I've got my stitches around this side, I've stitched it all across the bottom, and I've stitched it up to the side. Now we just need to finish off by stitching right here across the top. And again, you want to make sure that you are not sewing close to the top here, because that's where the elastic for the shoe is actually going through. So when we sew the top here, we will be going through the shoe. We're going to push that through. Just like that. And we'll go back and forth until we come all the way to the end. It might be a little bit harder to sew across the top here, just because the material on the shoe is a little bit thicker. So we're almost here to the end. We're going to do one more stitch here. So you will see that I've stitched here across the top. I have come to the end here. We'll maybe do one more stitch there and then back through. So I'm all the way at the end here. What I'm going to do is catch a little piece of fabric, a little bit of the ribbon, and I'm going to push that through. Now, see my thread loop here? I'm just going to go through that thread loop, pull it tight to make a knot, and repeat that one more time. Push that through, go through the knot, pull it nice and tight. We'll use our scissors to trim it off. And there are the stitches holding it onto the shoe. So again, you'll see the shiny side is to the outside, the flat side is to the inside, and the last thing you can do after you get all of your ribbons sewn on is put a little bit of fingernail polish, clear fingernail polish, right here on the top of each ribbon, and that will prevent it from fraying. Thanks so much. Good luck.